What? How do I start it? Oh, hey guys, welcome to the Penny for Your Thoughts podcast. I'm your host who's currently at the beach.
And I'm your other host who is in a city.
I really was hoping you were gonna go with Parrot and Legoland.
Yeah. Okay. So, for context, Miss Emma,
you 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 died.
sorry, I was adjusting my volume as I was talking. Um, but Emma said, today we can't be people. And so, for an example, I said, so I can be a parrot in Legoland because I didn't understand what that meant. And she was like, sure, you can be a parrot in Legoland.
This is our travel pod because we're definitely not recording from a closet in a bedroom. We're recording from the beach and a city. Um,
I mean, technically, I'm in the city.
you are in a city.
A
I'm also
city.
in a city, but I wish I was at the beach. Anyways,
Real.
I was told to plan a podcast, and this is what I came up with.
This is very fitting because I just got back from spring break.
I
So,
know, and I just booked a plane ticket today for my next trip. If you want to try to start this quiz party, I'll send you the link.
okay.
Anyways, I want to thank our lovely editor who edits 90% of the time because I have. By the way, this comes out. When does the one
In
I'm
two
editing come
weeks.
out?
Not this one, but the other one.
Uh huh.
That one comes out on the 20th, and then this one will come out on the 27th.
Okay, so the one that came out before this, I edited, and I want to issue one an apology and two a thanks to our editor because I
I
say
don't know what's going on.
I say an unbelievably amount of times, and I apologize, and it'll be in the middle of a sentence. I'll go and it's really hard to edit around it. So I apologize and I thank you.
It's okay. Honestly, I've grown used.
Sierra died again.
Oh,
Oh, Sierra came back for a split second, and now they're dead again.
Emma said my audio is unbelievably loud. Does this sound normal or too quiet?
See, when we were recording it, it sounded fine. It was just when I listened to it back, you sounded like you were in the foreground and I was all the way in the background.
Okay. We'll
So,
leave it here.
but
But
I
Emma
figured out
is
how to fix it, so if anything, I know how to fix it now.
okay. Um, but whenever I'm editing, I never notice it. I'm like, oh, there's just a pause, or like, I say like a lot. I'm like this, also like this, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like this, and I'm like, that's what I say a lot. I got a haircut, and it is very short. Let's start the party. And so now my hair is kind of crazy. All right, we know your dream vacation based on your Thai food. Nope, taste and food. Sorry, I really want Thai food. Wake up. It's time for breakfast. Pick your meal. Yogurt and granola, a frittata, avocado toast, a acai bowl, breakfast fried rice, or bacon and eggs. Breakfast fried rice for me.
About a morning drink: Bloody Mary, fresh orange juice, tea, fruit smoothie, coffee, iced matcha latte.
I love a
If you're
matcha.
having a Bloody Mary in the morning, there's something wrong.
Hey, don't shame alcohol.
I'm gonna shame alcoholics. Anyways, fresh
Okay,
orange
that's
juice.
valid. Have I told you my cha cha story?
Huh?
Okay, so the interns and we love to go get coffee during the day.
Mm-hmm.
One of the interns, she loves a chai and matcha. And so she ordered that. And without hesitation, I said, oh, you like a cha cha? She's like, yeah, I guess I like a cha cha. So now we call them cha chas. However, the other day, we were like, what if you got olive oil on your cha cha? Because Starbucks has like the olive oil
Mm-hmm.
drinks still. So she did it. Turned out pretty good. And now we call it a cha cha slide.
That's funny.
Right?
That's pretty great.
Okay, what's for lunch? Chicken satay, ceviche, hot dog, dim sum, chicken katsu, and pizza.
Pizza.
I'm going chicken satay. I love a chicken satay.
How about an afternoon snack? Spring rolls, boba tea, pastry, mochi, empanada, gelato.
Boba.
Some of these feel very race heavy. I'm gonna say an empanada. Well, because it says pastry, just like basic pastry, and then empanada and gelato.
Yeah. Time for an afternoon beverage. What's your pick? A beer, a Mai Tai, a pisco sour, coconut water, spritz, and champagne. For an afternoon beverage, this is kind of crazy.
None of the above. That's not an option.
I guess I'll go with a Mai Tai. I love a Mai Tai.
I'm just doing coconut water because I'm specific on the alcohol I drink. Time for dinner already. What are you having? Fish and chips, peanut noodles, chicken and rice, Peking duck, gnocchi, or sushi. I feel like I have to pick gnocchi. We're on a pasta podcast.
I had pasta for lunch, you guys, for the first time in forever. I was trying to save it to eat it on the pod, but then I realized too many mouth sounds. I love a good fish and chips. Mm, I'm gonna go peanut noodles. End the day with something sweet for dessert. Cheesecake, olive oil cake, shaved ice, egg tart, banana fritters, rice pudding. Mm, I'm gonna say olive oil cake. I love a good olive oil cake.
I'm gonna say cheesecake.
Cheesecake is so good. All right, finding out results.
Ooh.
Dream vacation based off your taste in food. I got Hawaii. Ooh, I love Hawaii. I was just thinking about planning a trip to go back. Black sand beaches, velvety shores, lush forests dotted with hidden waterfalls and secret coves. Hawaii is a beach lover's dream, and it's your perfect getaway according to your favorite foods. Bask all day in the sunshine, then cool down with coconut water plucked straight from a tree or some sweet shaved ice. Sounds like the life, doesn't it? I didn't pick shaved ice or coconut
I was
water.
gonna say, like I said, they're very specific.
Interesting. All right, what'd you get, Em?
I got the Amalfi Coast. Your perfect getaway is a relaxing trip to Italy's Amalfi Coast from Raviello to Postiano. You'll find yourself smitten with stunning views of colorful houses and flowers built on cliffs overlooking the crystal clear, I don't know how to say that, sea. Now, picture
Uh,
yourself drinking an Aperol Spritz with a big bowl of seafood pasta, taking in those vistas.
doesn't Bobby Flay have a restaurant called Amalfi or
hmm
something? Or he did?
He
It used to be in Vegas, right?
he still does. I think that's what he replaced Mesa Grill
Coast
with.
Mesa Grill. I was gonna say Costa Mesa. Yeah,
Now, I think Mesa Grill is now replaced with Amalfi.
something like that. But okay, let's get on to the app.
Welcome to the travel pod. Imagine there's wave sounds here. We're starting with the game.
Okay,
So I texted Sierra at like what 9 p.m.
11.
last night, 9:30,
I think it was
saying
later than that.
10 p.m. saying come up with some two
Oh yeah,
truths and a
9:30.
lie. Um
Okay.
for a reason. And the reason is that's what we're playing. We're going to do that and they're travel based. I need to find an outlet. Oh, keep this in, future me, when I'm editing. If I don't say that, I'll delete it.
I only did. You told me to do three, but then I was like, should I do more just in case for like time's sake? But I was like, nope, I'm trusting Emma. I don't know what else she has planned, so I'm only gonna do three. And let me tell you, as someone who has traveled a lot, I found it extremely difficult to come up with three of them and just truth and a lie.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
Okay. So, the three options. We have I've been to 7 countries, I've been to 21 states, and I've been to 3 continents.
So I have
Start
to
easy.
find the lie. Just so I know how to play
Yeah.
this game. Because I definitely messed it up at first when I was typing out my questions.
Me too. I put like 3 truths for one of them, and then this morning I realized I was like, oh, I can't do that.
It's okay. Until this morning, all of mine had 2 lies and 1 truth. I think your lie is. What was the last one you said?
I've been to 3 continents.
I think that's the lie.
Correct. I've only been to 2.
Yes. What con?
North America and Europe.
Oh.
I really want to go to Africa and
Okay.
Asia next.
I phrased my first question. I phrased my first one a very specific way for a reason. That's all I'm going to say for that.
Okay.
Because you're going to be like, there's no way that this makes sense. It makes sense. The first place I ever went to as a child was Disneyland. The first place I ever went to as a child was Mexico. The first place I ever went to as a child was Texas.
So either Mexico, Disneyland, or Texas?
Was the first place I ever went to as a kid. And 2 of them are true.
I was like, how can you... I'm going to say Texas is a lie. No. I'm going to say Disneyland's a lie because you can go to the border of Texas and Mexico.
I didn't even think about that. No, you were right. Texas is the lie. There is some toss-up in my family about which place I went to first as a child because I went to them pretty, like, they were pretty close.
Yeah.
So, both of which I went to when I was merely, like, 3 weeks old. But there's some toss-up on no one can remember where we went first. So, technically, they were both my first place, is what we say.
Okay. I was like, I thought you did the thing, like, you know, on the 4 corners, where you, like, stand over him, like, someone just plopped.
I was going to say, as a couple weeks old, they just held me for both.
Yeah, they held you over the border of Texas and Mexico. Okay. Oops, I just turned off my phone. Held my pee for 10 straight hours on a flight.
Oh.
I brought my teddy bear to see the Eiffel Tower. And on one occasion, I liked an airplane meal so much I asked for seconds.
I think your lie is, I don't know. No, I keep wanting to be like the teddy bear one, but I feel like that's true because I know you went to Paris, I think, but I don't remember how old you were. But then I was like, that doesn't matter. Knowing you'd bring the teddy bear now. So what was no, I remember the first one. I think it was the first one.
The first one's a lie?
Yeah.
I held my pee for 10 hours?
Yeah. Because I can imagine you genuinely asking for seconds of an airplane food just because you were like, this was really good.
No, I've definitely thought about asking for seconds, but I never have. I've been too embarrassed. But I did hold my pee for 10 hours on a flight because it was from, where were we flying from? Munich to San Jose. Mm-hmm. And that's like an 11.5-hour flight. Mm-hmm. And there was a guy next to me and I had a window seat because the rows were 2-4-2. And so the stranger next to me, mans fell straight asleep. And I didn't have the heart to wake him up, to be like, hey, sir, can I use the bathroom? He slept for the entire flight. I did not. And so when he went up, there were 2 hours left in the flight. When he got up to use the bathroom, I sprinted. And also, I have brought my teddy bear, and I think when was this? 2017? So I was 15 when I did this. And there were security guards, and I had a backpack. And there were security guards, like, checking my bag and stuff. And they were like, they took my bear out, and they're like, is this yours? Or are you bringing it for a friend who couldn't come? I was like, no, it's mine. I treat my teddy bear like Flat Stanley. She has an Instagram and everything.
Stop. That's
I still have her. She's, oh God, she's old. Oh, anyways, I'm weird, but I still have her. She's my favorite thing.
I knew you went to Paris, but I was like, I don't remember how old you were when you went.
Yeah, I was 15. So to be bringing a teddy bear was kind of embarrassing, but I was like, it's like Flat Stanley. Yeah. I just had to think of it like that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I have a doll. There's a box next to me right here. It has all my stuffed animals in it, and I have a doll I've had since I was 3, and he comes with me everywhere. Every time I would go to Hunter's house, he was in my bag, so I get it.
Aw.
My next one, again, I phrased it this way on a technicality because I couldn't think of how to phrase it. So okay. I phrased it this way on a technicality. I flew by myself for the first time at 10 years old, flew by myself for the first time at 14, and I flew by myself for the first time at 18.
I'm gonna question it.
Question what? Flying by myself?
Yeah, because you can't fly by yourself for the first time. Well, you can't fly by yourself for the first time at 2 different ages.
I can on a technicality.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. What were the ages? It was 14, 18, and 10?
Yeah. Listen, I struggled to think of a third one, so this is what I came up with.
I'm gonna say 14's the lie.
Yeah. I say that I flew by myself twice because at 10 years old was the first time I flew without my parents, my immediate family. So I was by myself, as in I was with a bunch of extended family I didn't totally know very well at the time,
Yeah.
to go visit my mom. So I was technically by myself. And then I actually, first time on a plane, just me at 18 years old. So technically,
Got
I
you.
did fly by myself for the first time twice, because one was as an adult, and then one was I didn't have my parents, which up until that point, I had never gone anywhere without my parents. Listen, I told you to write this and then realized I had to write some too, so I struggled to think of one. That's what I came up
That's
with.
okay. That's good. All right. Here are my last ones. Um, I cried when I saw Times Square. I've traveled without my family to more states than I've traveled with them. And I've never been to Four Corners, but I've been to all four states whose corners touch.
I think that's the lie.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't cry when I saw Times Square. I got like teary eyed, but no tears were streaming down my face.
That was the one I was like, that definitely happened.
I almost did. I almost did. If I wasn't with my dad right then and there, I definitely would have cried.
Love that.
But yeah, I've been to. I was thinking of this. I was like, I've been to all four states, but I've never been to Four Corners. That's so weird. And then I've traveled without my family in more states than I've traveled with them, mainly for like band trips and competitions and thespian stuff for theater.
I forgot that like you went to a cool school that actually got to go do things.
Yeah.
Okay. I've only ever been to one other state than Arizona. I have never been out of the country, and I've never had a passport.
Dang, this is hard. Well, where's your mom from?
Wisconsin. Well, she's from here, but she lives in Wisconsin.
Okay, so you've gone to visit your mom in Wisconsin, and I know you've gone to California. So that one's a lie.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I know you've been to Mexico. Did you just use your birth certificate? Okay, that's it.
I also
Makes
said
sense.
what was my other one? What is it? I've
Uh,
had a passport before,
mm,
but I was a child. So I don't remember it. But yeah. So that
that's
one's
valid.
technically true. And then I have been out of the country. I've gone to Mexico.
Wait, is that it? Just Mexico?
Yep.
Mm.
That's it.
Ah,
But
it's pretty. It's
I
pretty.
saved my easy one for last because I struggled. I texted you being like, come up with this, and then I sat there and I realized, oh crap, I have to come up with these now. And oftentimes when I plan a podcast, I forget I also have to do the things that I tell you to do.
Yeah.
So I really sat there last night with Hunter and I was like, what do I do? How do I come up with these? So that's what we came up with on.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Now I just have questions. We're just going to talk about traveling things.
Okay.
Where is I don't want to start this. Where's the worst place
Where?
you ever been to?
Oh, that depends. My initial reaction is Miami, Florida. Um,
Really?
yeah, I think it was because when I couldn't drink, two, I was with my parents, three, I had severe anxiety. I
Mm-hmm.
still do, but it's not nearly as bad. But either Vegas when I was like 8 years old or when I went to Miami when I was 18, those are just two very big party cities that I wasn't really ready for. Like, I like Florida. We went to the Keys and Fort Lauderdale. I love Fort Lauderdale and Little Havana. But I think just going to big party cities. Oh, and we went near New Year's too. That was not great. So I'm gonna have to say Miami. Probably if I go back, like now I'm a huge fan of Vegas. I love Vegas. But if I go back to Miami, my opinion might change, but for now I don't like Miami. How about you?
I think I don't know. I haven't been too many places. I've been to more theme parks than I have states.
Mm.
Um, so I think my least favorite. Sorry, mom, if you ever listen to this,
Oh no.
but was going to Six Flags for the first time. That's my
Mm.
worst because I hated it there.
Yeah, that's
It was
valid.
very different. Like, I'm a Disneyland kid. I grew up going to Disneyland, love Disneyland. No other theme park can compare to Disneyland. It's a very different culture
Yeah.
there. So
Yeah.
going to Six Flags for the first time was something else. I rode all of one ride, and that was it
Valid.
because it was very scary and I didn't like it.
I feel like Six Flags is very aggressive. I'm an adrenaline junkie and I love Six Flags and Magic Mountain and all that. And Disneyland, wonderful. I love Disneyland. But Six Flags and Magic Mountain are definitely not as welcoming as Disneyland is, which is like interesting.
I felt like I was like hanging out with Disney's older, edgy cousin, and I was not prepared.
That's such a good way of putting it.
I rode two rides. I rode a really scary one with my stepdad, and then I made my
Mhm.
mom go with me on the carousel. And I love the carousel. The carousel is
Love
great.
it.
I also love adrenaline, and I love roller coasters. I was
Yeah.
not prepared for that though.
Yeah.
So it was
That's fair.
very different. So that was my worst.
Hmm.
Where's the best place you've ever been to?
Oh my God, you can't ask me
Yes, I
this.
can.
There are so many different places that I love for so many different reasons. Um, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Do you have one? Do you want to go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
I think the best place I've ever been to. Okay, it was like a trip within a trip. Because Hunter and I like to do this thing where we will go somewhere and use that place as like a home base and then go to other, like do mini trips in it.
Yeah.
So one of the times when we went to California, we went to Julian and
Mm.
just spending, we spent all of like 5 hours there
Mhm.
and it felt so tiny and small and I loved it. And it was like, even in the 5 hours we spent there, we did so many things and talked to so many people that normally I hate talking to people. But in
Yeah.
that moment, I was like, this is probably the best thing I've ever experienced. I also had some of the best street corn ever made by white people
Mm.
that I've ever had. Don't laugh at me. It's genuine.
I'm agreeing with
Yeah, but you
you.
started laughing. The minute I went by white people, I saw that.
I think it's funny.
Because I've never had good Mexican street corn made by white people.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it's
valid.
always super either mayo-y or milky.
Hmm.
This was genuinely delicious. So that's my like the best place I've genuinely ever been to was probably Julian. Also the pie.
Mm.
I know that's what they're known for, but it was delicious.
Yeah. Man, oh man. I really can't think of one. Um, can I give you like my top three?
Top two.
There's fine.
If we have
My
time, you can come back to the third one.
okay. Um, I'm gonna say my first one we'll do nationally. I'm gonna say New York.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just because I just had such an enriching time there. Like the food, the environment, everything's so different. And I get it, it's a big US city, but like, I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
liked it. I just liked it so much. And the pizza was unreal.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess I'll say Tide is Greece. Everywhere in Greece that I went was just so wonderful. And the food was delicious. Like, we went to Santorini and what other? We went to like 8 different cities in Greece. Santorini and Athens, we both did food tours in.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we didn't do a food tour in Santorini. I can't remember. But I love doing food tours because then you get these like local guides who are telling you about these local items. And we went to like a massive market and a wet market. And it was just very cool to like see everything and then taste it. And it's like you're tasting culture, you're tasting Greece. Um, and Greece is also just so freaking beautiful and gorgeous. And everyone there was so kind. And I don't know. I'm already planning a trip back to Greece. Whenever I go to Spain, I'm going to stop by Greece too because I loved it so much. Mhm. Mm. Oh, Yeah.
And then like 2 seconds later, we were driving away, and this man tried to like get in through Hunter's window of the car. It was a whole thing. The experience was broken very fast, but it's
Yeah.
still, we talk about it all the time of like when we go back, because
Yeah.
this is feeding into, we're planning a trip to that area again because I have a question about it, so I don't want to spoil it. Haha.
Okay.
But I will be making him drive past it one more time.
Heck yeah. That's kind of how I felt with New York, was like seeing all these movies and being a theater kid. Like, I obviously knew about Broadway. And so to just be there and to like feel the
Yeah.
energy and exist, it was, granted, I was there a week and not an hour
Yeah.
for a few minutes, but I can definitely empathize of like, there's so many overwhelming emotions because you're like, holy shit, this is real.
Well, it's funny too because we went to the Hollywood sign and then we went to the Santa Monica Pier, and I told him, I was like, he was like, I don't know where to go, and I was like, don't worry, I've played GTA 5. I know where to go from here, because they have the pier there, and
Yeah.
they have a Hollywood sign, but it's a Los
Yeah.
Santos sign. So I was like, don't worry, I know where to go.
Yeah.
I know my way around. I've never been here before. It's like that. What is it? There was a trend on TikTok, and it was like, I've never been here before, but I know my way around, or like something like that. That's how I felt
Mm-hmm.
about the pier, because I was like, I played GTA.
Hmm.
I know where it's at.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Um, I don't know how often you visit places again, but my next question is, what's the place you've been to the most?
Ooh. I have to pull out my list.
Okay, well, you do that. I already know mine. And it's Disneyland. Again, I'm not a Disney
Mm.
adult per se. I'm an adult who
Yeah.
enjoys Disney because I grew up going there. Like I said, possibly one of the
Yeah.
places I went to first in my life. But I think I did the math, and I've been to Disney like 23 or 24 times in my 22
Mhm.
years of life,
Yeah.
give or take. I could be wrong. Somewhere between 20 and 25 times.
I'm trying to think. There's a lot of places I've been multiple times. Disneyland being one of them. I think my family's been at least less than 10 times, but
Yeah.
more than five. Um, because there was a streak for a while where my mom would take us every year in January because nobody goes in January because it's rainy and cold. Um, but I've been to Nevada a lot for to go to Reno because we used to like celebrate Christmas there for some reason. Those were weird times. I've been to Vegas a bunch too, in Nevada. Been to Hawaii a lot, um, like 3 or 4 times. Colorado too. I love Colorado. I think that's my favorite place that I've been multiple times. Just visiting family, and I think that's all the places I've been multiple times within a decent amount of time.
I
I
think
don't know if that sentence made
I
sense.
get it. I think my
Okay.
other place I've been to a lot, but I don't go to anymore, is Mexico. My
Mm.
grandparents used to have a trailer on the beach. Hey guys, this is Editing Emma. Ooh, that has a nice ring to it. Anyways, I don't know what happens here with the audio, but basically, both Sierra and I, you can't really hear us, and it gets really, really loud, and then really, really quiet, and really, really loud, really, really quiet. So I'm just gonna come in, tell you what we were talking about, and then shoot you back to your original program. At this point, we're talking about somewhere I went a lot as a kid, which is Mexico. I used to go there a lot with my grandparents, and we had a trailer, and I talk about a movie called The Florida Project. If you haven't heard of it, definitely go like watch it. I kind of compare that feeling that the movie gives you because it's a whole movie told through a child's perspective. I kind of equate that to how it felt going to Mexico so often as a kid. We used to go just about twice a year, and some of my favorite memories are from that time. So I just want to make sure that was put out there in the universe and in the pod. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Um, and now before we move on, we have a brief word from our sponsor for today's episode.
We have a sponsor?
Yeah, I forgot to tell you. Ever wish you could rewind or fast forward through life? You can with the Time Turner 5000. Missed a meeting? Go back. Want to skip your boring workday? Jump ahead. It's like a remote control for your life. No regrets, just do-overs. Order now and get a second Time Turner 5000 free, perfect for fixing those awkward moments and fast forwarding to the weekend. Terms apply, use at your own risk, may cause paradoxes or awkward family reunions. Anyways, now back to the show.
Thank you to our sponsors.
Yeah, at the company at Time Turner 5000.
That's so good.
Sponsoring us. Personally, I love my Time Turner 5000.
I use mine every day.
I know. I am waiting on the new update for mine, but yeah. I figured you'd enjoy that. Anyway,
That was good. I like that a lot.
this is what happens when I plan episodes.
I love it.
Really plan an episode. Okay. What's somewhere you really want to go to? Like next on the list.
Spain.
Okay.
I know I've been saying it for like 2 years,
Mhm.
but I really, really want to go because my senior year of high school, if you were in Spanish honors, you got to go on a Spain trip every other year. And I was in Spanish honors specifically for that Spain trip. And we had it all planned out. We were going to like planning meetings, like we had paid for everything. Mind you, I was a senior in 2020. So the funniest thing happened and the trip got canceled. And so I have just been itching to go, just to go. And so that I think is one of the places I really want to go. But I also kind of want to go to like Maine and Rhode Island and explore most of New England.
New York.
Yeah.
I really want to go to New York. I also really want to go to Northern California. I've only ever been to Southern California, like Orange
Bro.
County.
Let me know. I'll be your tour guide.
I-
I love Northern California.
I really want to go just because I've explored a lot of Southern California because that's where Hunter's from.
Yeah.
That's where I've spent a lot of my childhood when I go to California.
Mhm.
We've always gone to like San Diego and Anaheim, LA, that kind of
Yeah.
area. So it's
Yeah.
the very southern areas. And so I really want to explore, like truly explore Northern California. Another place I want to go, Forks, Washington, specifically for Twilight. That's it. No, you laugh. I really want to go just because that town has literally made, like Washington in general, makes a good money off of tourism. And I will have
I
to eat into it.
I was not laughing. I just face palmed for the listener. But I mean, it's valid. It's totally understand and valid.
I also told Hunter
Yeah.
it's very fitting because I am a pale girl from Arizona, and so I have to go because I am Bella.
You should bring a little cactus with you.
I told Hunter
Just leave it.
I want to dress up as her and just like,
Please.
rock it and just be like, I'm not dressed up as anyone. This is just what we look like from
That's-
Arizona.
Yeah, do it.
I'm so pale
so
and I'm from
funny.
the hottest state.
That's so funny.
Anyways, where is somewhere you've never been to but everyone tells you you have to go?
That's really hard. Because most of the times people are like, oh my God, have you been here? You should really go. I'm like, I've been. I feel fortunate to have that. I guess Spain is one of them. Oh no, Japan. And Seoul, Korea.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to go to Japan and Seoul, Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Those and I guess that's kind of it. Those are the two that come to mind. How about you?
Vegas.
Nice. We need to go.
I
You
feel
should really go.
I was like, I feel like once I told you, like I've never been, you suddenly started being like, you need to go to Vegas. And I was like, I'm aware.
Yes.
I want to go to Vegas.
I will plan your whole trip.
Bad.
Fit into your budget. It is so much fun.
I want to go, and I told Hunter if we go, I need to stay in what's the New York hotel because the roller coaster.
New York, New York.
Yeah, that one because the roller coaster.
You don't have to stay there in order
No,
to access
I
it.
need to stay there for the roller
Okay,
coaster
okay.
because I know myself and I know I'm gonna want to ride it several times. So instead of being like, oh, we have to walk there, why don't we just stay there and then I'm just there?
True.
Like, see, it makes sense once I explain to you why I need to stay there. I told him we either stay there or we stay in the most expensive place
Ooh,
on the strip.
Caesar's Palace.
Exactly.
Or the Bellagio.
I don't want the Bellagio. I'll stay in Caesar's Palace over that.
Honestly, it depends what time you go. But the Caesar's Palace, Bellagio, and the Wynn are three of the most expensive hotels.
Mhm.
And you have to go to the Sphere. Have to. It is unreal, Emma.
Okay.
Anyways, sorry, I'm getting too
You
excited
used
about
my
Vegas.
government name.
I've been using your government name because I
Ew.
realized when I was editing and I used to say I kept cutting it out because I thought I was saying. So, so for the past like month and a half, you haven't said anything, but I've been trying to call you Emma more.
Notice it, but I don't say anything because I don't want to feed into the podcast of like more random stuff, so I just don't. But since it's my
Yeah.
podcast and I'm editing, I can leave it in.
I don't mean to cut it out. I just it happens because usually I'm editing at night and I'm very tired or I'm intoxicated.
Oh. And with that, we have
Sometimes.
another word from our second sponsor of the episode.
Oh, oh, okay. Sorry.
We're gonna give a quick shout out to the Pet Pal 3000, the smart collar that lets you talk to or lets your pet talk to you.
Oh
Ever
my
wonder what
God.
your pet really wants? With the Pet Pal 3000, they can finally tell you whether it's more treats or a walk. Order now and get a free pet translator app. Understand your pet like never before. Terms apply, not
Oh,
responsible for your pet's demands for luxury treats. Anyways, you have a dog, so what's your experience with this Pet Pal 3000? How's Sammy been with it?
I love it. Our communication has never been clearer. Him and I just went on spring break and he came with, and he let me know when he was happy, when he wanted treats, and when he was fed up about being left in his kennel all day.
Mm-hmm.
He loves it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
And I bet those thoughts of judgment that he has, because he's such a judgmental dog, must have been so
Yes.
fun.
Yes, he needs to clean up his language though. Sir uses a lot of profanity, a lot of words we cannot say in 2015. Not 2015.
2015?
Sorry, 2025.
But with that,
Jeez.
on to our last two questions.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, we have more. What is your most recent trip you've been on?
To Phoenix. I was just in Phoenix for spring break and I was there um Sunday through Wednesday. A friend from Boston came in. We went to some hella cool bars that I had never been to. Um, we also went to Tucson to Saguaro Park, which I had been to once before, but it was really nice to like spend the day there. Like we packed a lunch, we hiked, Sammy came along with. Um, and it was just nice. It was warm. It was so nice and warm. It rained the last day we were there.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, Phoenix, Arizona was the last trip I have been on. How about you?
The last trip I went on is I went to Anaheim with my grandparents. Um, because they had a church retreat to go to or like a church conference. And so I was like, hey,
Hmm.
I want to come with because why not? Church or
Valid.
not, I'll come with. That sounds great to me. Um,
Yeah.
Sucks when you're around that many old people and you have a peanut allergy because old people eat a lot of peanut butter. Let me tell you, that was rough. But
Hmm.
I went for like a week and then we went to Disneyland for a day. And then I basically just helped them walk around because both my grandparents have really bad knees. So a lot of
Mm.
what I was doing was helping them get to their stuff and then would go to my stuff. Not that they wanted the help, but I was there with the
Yeah.
intention of helping because they're old and stubborn. It is really funny though to hear they're in their 70s, my 70-year-old grandparents
Yeah.
call other people old because it was just funny they'd be like, "Oh, look at all these old geezers." And I didn't have the heart to be like, "They're probably the same age as you." And
Yeah.
take care of yourself better. But it was very funny. And it was a very fun trip even though oh, and I went gambling for the first time with them. They didn't tell
Very
me.
nice.
They were just like, "Oh yeah, this random casino, we're gonna stop there." It's like, okay. They gave me $100 and said be free, and I had never been there before. So I gambled.
Let's
I
go.
lost it all. But I
Mm.
went to a casino for the first time and there was a lot of old people.
Yeah, casinos are like that. Before I went to spring break, I don't. How long has it been since we've seen each other? Not that long, right?
Like 2 weeks, a week,
Uh,
something like that.
I don't know if I told the pod that I went to Vegas again at the beginning of
Yes,
March.
I think you
Yeah, we
did.
gambled there. I don't know. We gambled there, and I lost all my money. I came in with $100, left with 40. So, what you gonna do?
Um, and then final question for this little section. Hold on, I'm on the wrong document. I have 3 documents for this podcast.
Jeez, you
One's
didn't make one
just
big.
my ad reads. Anyway,
Oh, I was like, you didn't put them all in a canvas or a Canva.
no, I put the important stuff into Canva, and then my ad reads are on a different one.
Okay.
Um, what is your next trip?
Ooh, I have a lot in the woodworks right now. Like I have a trip to Spain that I'm working on, a road trip up and down HPC. Um, no, not HPC. PCH.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was gonna say
H
anything.
HPC is the high performance center that our
Yep,
athletes use.
I wasn't gonna say
PCH
anything.
is the Pacific Coast Highway. um, which I think that one's gonna happen this summer.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna go because I get, well, actually, here's the thing. Um, if I get the summer camp job, which I'm sure I will, it's what I did last year. Um, I get the whole week of 4th of July off, which is super
Mm-hmm.
nice. But I have an interview to be an academic advisor. And so I'm like, it's the interview's in 2 weeks. Um, but I'm hoping I get that job because then I'll be working full time. And I don't know if I'll be able to take time off. So I think the piece, I was like, I think the PCH trip might happen no matter what because I'm going to be visiting family during that time. And I'll probably let them know. But like, nothing's booked. We're car camping, so I don't need to book anything. Um, yeah, anyways, I think that's the next trip is PCH or Spain, which will happen next March.
I'd say if you just tell them in your interview, be like, "This is planned," and even if it's not, just be like, "This is planned." They'll be like, "Oh, for sure."
Hmm. Okay.
Um, I have 2 as well. Both are happening this year. My first one is happening in June that I just bought my plane ticket for, but I'm going to Wisconsin again. It's really funny. Last time I went, I was 18 years old, and this
Hmm.
time when I'm going, I have 2 younger twin sisters. They will not be 18, they will be 17, but same vibes
Mm,
of they will be graduating high school.
yeah.
They're graduating in May, and I'm missing that because I'm going to Mamma Mia. But I'll be there for the graduation party. I
Yeah.
approved it with them. They said it was fine.
Yeah. I was like, that's what the face I was making for. I was like, oh, it's fine. You're saying Mamma Mia.
Exactly, and it's on my bucket list of shows. It's actually I had a list of 5 shows I wanted to see before I die. It's the last one, so I can die happy.
Oh, heck yeah.
Um, but yeah, so that's my next one. Fun. I planned the one thing I have to plan, which was just my plane ticket. I'm staying with my mom for 5 days, about just
Mm,
about. So I don't have to plan anything else, and she's gonna let me use her car, and that'll be it.
nice.
Um, and then my other trip is going to be to Universal Studios at the mid
Mm,
September ish because I've never been to Universal. I really want to go to Universal, and so Hunter and I are making it a joint effort to go to Universal in September.
heck
Um,
yeah.
for like 2 days. We might do like 2 days and then spend an extra day messing around in that area of just
Yeah.
Hollywood and stuff. But I want to see the Super Mario World
Oh, I forgot that's there.
and Harry Potter.
Uh,
But I
yeah.
want to go, and so we're making it a point to go. And we like to do this thing of who are some celebrities we would love to see. We did it when we went to Disneyland in November. We were like, what are some celebrities? Like 3 that we would love to see. And I kid you not, for this trip, we literally were just like the Try Guys for all 3 slots.
Yeah.
I think that would
Yeah.
be so super cool, and I know they go. I follow them enough that I know they go for fun and not just for videos, and I'm kind of hoping we do get to see them just for
If
these.
if you see them, I need you to either call me
Yep.
and if I don't answer, you have to record a video of
Yep.
them being like, "Hi Sierra," because I think I will lose my brains if you saw a try guy.
I was telling Hunter, I was like, wouldn't it be so funny if last time when we were in Disneyland, we saw one of the Try Guys, because I know they frequent there a lot as well. And then we ended up not seeing a Try Guy, but we saw two Disney YouTubers that I not like watch, but I know of.
Mhm.
And I didn't say anything to them because one of the guys was eating dinner, and I was like, I feel really
Oh.
bad walking up to you and being like, hey, I love your content. So I just
Yeah.
watched him from afar. And the other guy, we literally watched, his whole thing is he has a puppet, and the puppet does the talking. That's like his shtick.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
literally watched him. He's like this. You guys, the listeners can't see it, but I have my phone up and my hand in a puppet shape for Sierra. And literally, this is the puppet, and he's talking, and then he would go, oh, no, that's not right. And then do it again. And then he would go, no, not like that either. And Hunter and I, we were just in the middle of a big fight in Disneyland.
Yeah.
We're eating our ice cream because that's how we decided to settle the fight. And we're just watching it. And I leaned over to Hunter in the middle of, we're still mad at each other. And I went, this guy looks insane. And he goes, yeah, I feel bad staring at him. And I was like, do you want to take turns? He goes, yeah. So I would look a different direction, and then he would say switch, and I'd stare at the guy, and he'd look a different direction.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
But we watched him for like 20 minutes get this, I think he was doing like a TikTok or a YouTube short or something.
Yeah.
Watch him get it right. And it was so funny. That now our hope for Universal is we either see one or many Try Guys, or in the Try universe,
Yeah.
or see some sort of influencer have to do several takes. Those are our two goals, because it's so funny to watch.
Yeah. I'm sure you will. Like, there's so many good, funny people who show up in LA.
I hope so. That's my goal in life. Anyways, we have one final ad read.
Okay.
Sierra, don't you ever just want to make your mornings easier?
Yeah, sometimes.
Let me tell you about the Coffee Mate 9000. Say goodbye to waiting in line for your coffee or the struggle of getting a perfect brew at home. The Coffee Mate 9000 is the first ever self-stirring, self-pouring coffee machine. It grinds, brews, stirs, and pours your coffee all with the push of a button. It's like having a personal barista without the awkward small talk. Order now and get a set of personalized mugs for free. The Coffee Mate 9000, your new morning hero. Terms and conditions may apply. Not responsible for over-caffeinated mornings or accidental coffee spills. Oh gosh.
Can I make a proposal?
Yeah.
We get rid of What Dat Dog Do, but instead we have ads themed to the podcast.
I just like them not themed. That's why I just picked random things. I was just like, yeah, pets.
That's fair. I feel like the only one you didn't have was pets, but like coffee, you're traveling.
Oh, I didn't even
want
mean
coffee.
to theme it. I was just like, let me think of something. Time Turner sounds good, because I was watching Harry Potter. So I was like, yeah, Time Turner. And I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
pets. And then I was like, the coffee one I came up with this morning as drinking my
Mhm.
coffee, I was like, I'm just gonna type.
I
No.
think we need to have
We
more
can't get rid of
random
What
ads.
That Dog Do.
Okay.
Just because you
Wait,
hate it.
thank you.
No, we can't. We're not getting rid of it. I'll get rid of it at the end of April. So you have at least one more month of What That Dog Do. I got cute dogs.
Sammy's cute.
And we gotta hit, because what? End of April, we should be, what, on episode 30?
No. And we're gonna be on like 24, 25,
Really? What are we on now?
21. I
This
think
is 21?
21. I think so.
Okay.
Hold on. I can actually let me check the Instagram. I've been trying to update the Instagram, you guys. Yeah, this is 21.
Okay.
Or no. The episode that'll be coming out this week is 21. This is 22.
Okay. Then yeah, that's 26. Then once we hit episode 30, I'll get rid of it. Give me 30 episodes of What That Dog Do. And then we can do ads. Hey, it's my podcast too. I own 50%.
I just threw for the listeners. I just did the most dramatic flop backwards and rolled around. It's not that I don't hate it. It's just that I don't like it. Also, our reel got 188 views.
I love that. Let me have it till episode 30, and then I will get away with What That Dog Do, and we can add in 4 ad reads.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine. I can do that.
Here, I'll shake your hand through the camera. There we go. Okay. Anyways, what's your advice for traveling alone?
Ooh, I'm a pro at this.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you
Um,
take it away because I've never done that, so go ahead.
okay. There's several things. One, researching. Watch YouTube videos, Google, read Reddit, um, research. Even like if you're going to places you've been before with people and you're going alone now, still research. 'Cause like the first time, let's say, first time I went to SFO by myself. It is a very big airport, San Francisco International. And I was afraid I was going to get lost because the I was on the plane and then I had to go take BART, which is Bay Area Rapid Transit, which is the train. I don't know if I said that. I watched so many YouTube videos of people being like, all right, so this is where you're going to go. If you're in a domestic terminal, follow these signs to get to BART. If you're in an international terminal, follow these signs. And so that was like how I started dipping my toe in the water. And I think my first ever solo trip was to Monument Valley, and it was relatively close. So, in terms of research, like I didn't want to be super far from help, so or anyone I knew. And Monument Valley is about a little less than a 4 hour drive, give or take, from where I am. So I'm like, worst comes to worst, if somebody needs to get out here, they can. And I was only there for one night, and I did research. I had an Airbnb, um,
Oh yeah.
which honestly, I think an Airbnb is better for your first time traveling alone, so that way you're not struggling to like find restaurants or like the stress of food, unless you're like you want that. But I think an Airbnb is good. I did that for my 22nd birthday. I spent one night in Monument Valley. Another tip is tell people where you're going. Because I realized for my January, or when I went to see Anima in Vegas in January, I didn't really tell people. I told some people, but like, yeah, Emma knew, but my roommate didn't know. She knew she needed to watch Sammy, but she didn't know why until I got back. So tell people where you're going. And it also helps if you've been there with friends and you've been to places before. I think I said that briefly, but I've been to Vegas with friends, with my family a bunch, and so I feel fairly confident with the area and like knowing what to do, what not to do. Um, so like if you want to solo travel, maybe for Emma, for example, a good place might be Disneyland because Emma's been there before. You know what I'm saying? Um, what else? Uh, before I started traveling alone, I don't know, it was just baby steps. Like the first time I ever flew without my family, I was with the band. And so I was still with people I knew. And then even the first time I flew alone, I was going to see family. So I knew I had people waiting on opposite sides of like the plane or like opposite ends of the travel for me.
Mhm.
So yeah, baby steps like that. And it really helps once you start with things familiar and then step into unfamiliar territory. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think if I have any other advice. I kind of just really rambled. Emma, do you have any advice until I think of something else?
Hmm. Pack good snacks.
Yes.
Budget.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've never really traveled by myself. I'm just listing things for traveling. And I
That's
don't
fair.
plan on.
Ooh,
I'm adventurous in the sense of I like going new places, but I like going
yeah,
new places with other people. I don't like
yeah,
doing many things alone. I like doing
yeah.
things with people.
That's fair.
So I plan on going solo with my boyfriend to Universal.
Ah, okay.
It's solo with my boyfriend. It's like the thing
Yeah,
when people are like, I just want to be alone, but like with you. It's like I
yeah,
want to be alone on this trip, but like with him. Like even
yeah.
Wisconsin, where I've been there before. I literally my grandma called me and goes, "Do you want to fly together?" And I was like, "Sure." I'm going on a solo trip to Wisconsin with my grandmother. I'm
Yeah.
like that.
No, totally. And I think it varies for different people as to
Yeah.
like what a solo trip entails for them.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm probably going to be going to Spain alone. However, I will be with a tour group. And that's very scary.
Yeah.
But um I think traveling alone with somebody is always nice. I
Mhm.
don't know how to word that. Traveling alone with
Well, because that's what it is.
somebody.
It's like you
Yeah.
yourself are alone in the sense of, like, I'm going to Universal for very specific purposes. I'm
Yeah.
going with my boyfriend, but he also has his own specific purposes of which he would like to go on this trip.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
mean that the whole time we're in Universal, we're going to be together. Like, we
Yeah.
already know we're going to be separate for certain times. So we're going to be on our own little trips, but we're going
Mhm.
together.
Exactly.
Same thing like Wisconsin. Like, I'm going to Wisconsin with my family, but I know there's going to be some things I will go do by myself. There will be some things they
Yeah.
go do by themselves, where it's like I am
Yeah.
on a trip with other people, but I'm still on my own comfortable solo trip because I personally am not comfortable to just go somewhere by myself. I
Yes.
need someone else
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah. Which is totally valid. I think the next thing I was going to say is like, if you are going to go on a solo trip, just do it. Like,
Hmm.
one of my biggest things when I went to Monument Valley, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be off roading. What are the fears I have with that? Okay, listing out my fears. What can I do to solve these fears? Or what can I do to aid these? Because, like, one of them was like, what if I get a flat tire? Well,
Hmm.
they have people circle the park after closing, so someone will be there to help you,
Hmm.
even if it takes a while. And I think just listing out your fears and trying to aid them and figure out solutions, even if the problems don't arise, can really help settle some anxiety.
Hmm.
Um, and just be confident. If you've traveled before, you know you've traveled, you know you got this, you've done it once, you can do it again, even if it's a new place. Um, and just try and enjoy it because I don't know. It's a new experience, it's a tricky thing, but I love traveling alone. It's a lot of fun for me. And I think just having confidence in myself and especially my car, because I drive a lot of places, and just knowing that like I'm capable, my car is capable, and if something bad were to happen, there's always people around, even
Hmm.
if it's not my familiar people, there will always be people around me to help, you know? So just having confidence and eliminating your fears is my biggest tip.
Yeah, I feel like even traveling alone helps you build that. Where
Hmm.
again, I travel alone with other people, but
Hmm.
still, there has been some sort of like, I've had to learn how to do specific things because the person I'm with doesn't know how to do it. Like,
Yeah.
read airport signs. Sometimes those are really confusing.
Yes.
And the person I was with, Connor, did not know how to read them. And so I had to learn how to read them really fast and really quick. So,
I I think one another thing I thought of is take your time
oh
reading
yeah.
signs, especially if you're in an area you don't know. Like when I was in New York, I the first few times I went on the subway, I was just trying to match the pace of the city. Like
Yeah.
everyone moves so fast there, and I ended up getting on like the wrong stops, getting way too lost. Like take your time.
Yeah.
And once you get confident and good, then go fast, you know,
Hmm.
cuz it is very tricky to read airport signs and subway signs because I feel like everywhere is different. Yeah, it is. It's like everywhere is different, but I feel like once you have that confidence and you're comfortable, then go fast. But start out slow and make sure you're paying attention to everything and just being aware.
Yeah. Anyways, to Sarah's favorite segment, what that dog do? Um, don't worry, I have what that dog do. I just moved like all my stuff out of my parents' house. And it was really quite funny because I have a puppy. I can say she's still a puppy. She's a year old. She's still a puppy. And she didn't quite understand what was happening and wanted to help. It was very funny. She kept trying to go between my legs and go between my dad's legs just because
Yeah.
I think she thought she was helping. And then when I went to leave, she like actually got sad And I think she realized what was happening. And it was actually
Oh.
very sweet because this is the dog that I've had a love-hate relationship with the whole time she's been there.
Yeah.
So I went and visited them today because I had to drop something off for my dad. And she didn't bark at me, immediately recognized me, and then got mad at me because I wasn't on the ground playing. So that's what that dog do.
Oh.
What's your obsession?
Oh, shoot. I was trying to think of this earlier. My obsession kind of has to do with spring break,
Mm-hmm.
but and travel, but be impulsive.
Ooh.
Like, we, for spring break, I was with my friends who are very analytical. We planned everything like in January before we even had spring break. Like, we had an itinerary and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But then one night, we went to downtown Phoenix and we went to a bar. The bar turned out to like not be as great, but we had reservations for somewhere else that weren't for like another hour. And so we found a random dive bar, danced and had some shots and left after 5 minutes. And then we got on Lime scooters.
I saw that.
Let ah, so if you have not ridden a Lime or Bird scooter, let me tell you, it's so fun. Like, I was with three other friends, and so we had two scooters, like two people on one scooter, which I don't know if you're allowed to do, but we did it to save money. And we rode around for maybe like 20 or 30 minutes at 11 o'clock at night in the streets of Phoenix in downtown, just the wind in our hair, all of us giggling. And normally, like, I love to plan things. Like, I'm not a super impulsive person, but that impulsive choice, it was so much fun. So, be impulsive. You never know where it could take you, and never know if you're going to have even more of a fun time. What's your obsession, Emma?
Mythbusters. Uh,
Okay.
I used to love Mythbusters as a child with my dad.
Yeah.
We watched it all the time. It was my favorite thing. I wanted to do stunts when I was a kid because of them and do science. I didn't, but I wanted to. And recently, I just found Mythbusters on HBO Max. And Hunter came home, and I was about 3 seasons in, and I started it yesterday. I am now about 5 seasons in. It's great. Love Mythbusters. I
Heck
just
yeah.
put it on, and then I kind of forget it's there, and it just takes me back to
Yeah.
like my dad and I used to watch that all the time. My dad and I also used to watch Gold Rush and Duck Dynasty. That's another dad show we used to watch
Uh,
a lot.
love Duck
So my
Dynasty.
current obsession is dad shows, but more specifically Mythbusters.
Good choice. Good
Mm,
choice, though.
thank you. Thank you.
Uh,
Anyways, um, thanks for listening. Follow us on Instagram at the Pennypod official underscores after every word. On YouTube, I think it's Penny for your thoughts, but look us up. We'll find it. You'll find it. Uh,
it is Penny for your thoughts.
okay. See, I knew. The YouTube is not yet updated. It will be, I promise, eventually. I actually can't say that anymore. It will be sometime when I'm not upset.
You've been saying that for a long time.
Okay, in my defense, it was going to be updated, and then I moved, and then it
Yeah.
was going to, or then I put an application, then it was going to be updated, then I moved, and then I went on a trip, and then now I'm in the process of still moving, and so I've been kind of preoccupied. I also just
You're
quit one of
so
my
good.
jobs, so I'm a
Oh,
little
which one?
daycare. It's not good. Anyways, I quit it like yesterday. Well, unofficial,
Oh,
but official. I put in my 2 weeks yesterday.
okay.
So a lot's happened. So it'll happen by the end of May. I will update.
It'll happen by the end of 2025.
There you go. Give me a big deadline. But at the end, every intro I do, I'm still gonna apologize. But it will be updated eventually. Anything else? Like and subscribe. Tweet us at Penny for your thoughts. I'm just kidding.
We have a Twitter? Oh,
Oh,
I was gonna say.
I was copying the David Dobrik intro or outro where he's like and subscribe. Tweet
Mm,
me at David Dobrik and bye
yeah.
guys. So yeah, like and subscribe. Tweet us at Penny for your thoughts. There's gonna be a new reel, or by the time this comes out, maybe not. I don't know. There will be a
In
reel event.
2 weeks? Yeah.
Well, I would say there will be a reel eventually of definitely Sierra and I, and not Hunter in a wig, going up
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah, of course.
100%.
Also, can I plug an episode I'm very excited to release?
Yes. I was like, what? Plug what? Yes.
By the time this comes out, which should be the 27th, maybe. Uh, the next week is April, which is Sammy and I's adoption month. I got adopted April 22nd, 2003, and Sammy got adopted April 2nd, 2024. So, I did a solo ep without Emma, and I'm very excited to release it. So get ready for that. It should be exciting. Anyways, that's all I wanted to plug.
I wasn't adopted. Anyways, um, I was gonna close it out. Can I tell a really quick funny story? And I think it's really
Oh,
funny.
sure.
I think and my dad especially is gonna can announce this. As a child, I convinced myself. You know how normally siblings convince each other they're adopted? I convinced myself I was adopted.
That's crazy.
I don't look like my dad. I don't At the time my mom had dyed her hair jet black. My hair is
Mm-hmm.
not jet black. And so
Mm-hmm.
growing up, she always had jet black hair. My dad has very dark hair. So as a child, I was like, they're not my parents. I was adopted. And I fully convinced myself for
Yeah.
7 years of my life that I was adopted.
7?
7 years of my life, I thought I was adopted, and I would tell my dad he wasn't my real dad. Anyways, hasta la vista.